So let's play around with strings. What can we do with strings? So the easiest thing to show you with strings is we'll do the methods that Python has built in that modify and manipulate strings. So let's start off with text1. So let's do text1 equals apple, text2 equals pear, text3 equals pineapple. Now we'll just start off with these three variables. First thing we can do is we can capitalize these variables. So we can do, you'll notice that they just printed apple. But if we make a new variable and assign it text1, but this time we're going to do dot capitalize. We're going to use the capitalize method, and if we print new text1, you'll see that it's capitalized that. And then we can do upper. So we can do, let's make this upper text1 is equal to, now I'll point back to this first, the same one. So text1 dot upper, and we'll print upper underscore text1, and let's see what happens. Oops, and my syntax was wrong. Let's get rid of this dot, this dash, run and save. Great, so you can see it's all uppercase. So that's quite interesting. And then we can count the number of characters, I believe. Oh, sorry. We're going to do length. So there's five characters in apple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. Now let's move on to numbers. So you have ints, which are integers, and they're essentially whole numbers. So things like 1, 2, 3, 10, 100. And then you also have floats. And those are things that are decimals. So 3, 7.2, etc. And there's also a complex, which I've never actually used, but I might as well see what it means. A complex are numbers that are written with a j as the imaginary part. I have no idea what that means, so let's just ignore complex. So we can do some basic arithmetic. So we can say a is equal to 1, b is equal to 2, a plus c equals a plus b, and then we can print c, and let's see what we get. And it's 3. Likewise, if we decide to do, if we want to know if we're working with an integer or a float, we can use the type function method, I think. So we can do type C. I want to do type A to type 1, and we'll just print that as well. So wrap it around the print, And let's run that. So it's an integer. If we turn, let's go ahead and do and print C as well. We want to know what type C is. Sorry, no, C, B. B is also an integer, but what happens if we change the 2 to 2.0? Is B still going to be an integer? No, it's now a float. What happens to C? Is C now a integer, or is it now a float? And it is a float. So this is important. So let's now work out the area of a triangle. So what is the area of a triangle? And the formula for area of a triangle is area equals length times width. But before I do that, I need to explain to you the operators. So we have addition, which is the plus. We have negative, which is subtraction. We have star, which is multiplication. We have forward slash, which is division. We have modulus, or percentage, which is modulus. And then we have, I believe, double star is exponent. And we have floor division, 2 forward slashes, which is floor division. Floor division. So let's work out the area of a triangle. So let's say we have area is equal to 10. Sorry, we want to get length is equal to 5. Width is equal to 10. So area is equal to length times width. Now let's print area. Let's see what we get. Let's get rid of this. Boop. Run. So it's 50. So that's correct. We wanted to use this code. We would need to always manually edit the number. And then we'd need to run. But is there a way that we can get the input as we go? And the answer is yes. So what we do is we'll set everything to 0 first. So we'll declare our variables first, which is here. And then what we can do is we can print a question. So what is your length? So let's just run that and see what happens. What is your length? Great, and it's printing the area, so we don't want that yet, so we'll get rid of that. And we want to be able to capture that. So how we can capture that is, instead of setting it to 0, we can actually use the function input, and we can copy this. So what essentially we're doing is, I'll delete that, getting an input and assigning whatever the user enters to the variable length. So let's do that. What is your length? I'm going to say 10. Okay, so it hasn't done anything, but let's just print length. Return type value. 10. Now it's printing 10. So let's do the same with width. So let's do the same with width. Input what is your width, and this time I want a space in between, and let's print width, and I don't actually want this space here. I don't want that either. Run. Oh, I didn't close it. So let's close it. Run. So what is my length? My length is 10. What is your width? My width is 15. What happens? Line 17. Can't multiply sequence by non-int. Oh, yeah, let's just comment this out first. And run. 10, 15. Great, so it's returning me values. So the next step is we need to multiply everything, but as you saw in the previous screen, it's not going to allow me. 10 by 10, 15. So can't multiply sequence by non-int type. So actually, what it was printing before is a string. So how do we know it's a string? We can do this. We can go print type, and within that let's put in length. And similarly, print type. Ooh. Type, and let's put in width. So let's see what type. Save that, run. And I did not close it. So let's run. 10, 15. Okay, let me close this off first because it's not going to allow me. It's 10, 10, 15, 14, 15. Great, so they're both strings. So we don't want strings, we actually want to make them integers. So what we can do is, there's a few things we can put. So we need to cast So what we need to do is we need to actually cast an int onto this variable. So we'll change that into an integer. So we put it in front here, and we'll do the same here. Int Great. So we've essentially changed, we're getting an input string and we're changing it into an integer. So let's run this and let's see what it is now. It's now they're both now integers. So now we can use our pre-created area and run that. So 10, 15, so that works. Right, it's not throwing in an error. So let's go ahead and delete this, and now we'll just print area. $10, $115, and there is 150. So let's output a nicer message. That is, you do an F colon. What you do is you do a F colon. Enter your message. So v area is space. So, and this is a variable, so you need to put it in the side curly brackets and close the string. So let's run that one more time. 10, 15. The area is 150, and we might want to put in a measurement. So say, what is your length in meters? Meters m, and let's just say run that. In meters, 10 meters, 15 meters, your area is 150 meters. So that's good. Let's do something very similar. Let's classify BMI. So that's the body mass index. So we'll comment this out, so you still have a reference on what we did previously. Great, oops, great. So what is body mass index? So let me show you my body mass index. So let's open this up. So I am, in metrics, 183 centimeters, and my weight is currently 91 kilograms. And my body mass index is overweight with a body mass index of 27.5. So what's the formula for BMI? I don't actually get our height. Height, H-E-I-G-H-T, and we want to ask them, so we want to get the input. Yep, so that's the method. Or is that the function? Let me see. Input Python. It's a function. So that function. So let's use the input function, and inside that, let's type in a message. What is your height? And so height in meters. What is your height in meters? That's not height for meters in Australia. Question mark, and like a space there. Next we need, I didn't close that. And now we need, I believe it's going to be weight. So let's ask that. We'll make one called weight, and we'll also get an input. And then say, what is your weight in kilograms? Great. So, like before, we need to make this either an integer int, but we actually don't want to make it an int. We want to make it a float, because we want decimals. So let's type float and encapsulate that, and also write float. And we have to put it here. So essentially we have a float function, and we're passing it in this, in kilograms. Right, so let's see if that's working. Let's run that. What is your height? I am 182 centimeters. What is your weight? My weight is 91.5. So it's doing nothing, but it's not giving us any error. So let's proceed. So now we need to work out BMI. So BMI is weight in kilograms by the square of your height. Divide your weight into kilograms, but okay, so I need to divide. So it's / your height in meters. Get this one. So it's your weight divided by your height. So height. Squared. My height squared is, so to square that we need to do that, and we need to put this in, and let's just print our BMI. Let's see if this is right. Let's run this. So I'm 182 centimeters, my kilogram is 91.5. Print is not defined. Oh yeah, oops. Or print twice. 182, 91.5. That doesn't look right. I think I need to divide this by 100. And let's save that. Let's run. So I'm 182 centimeters and my weight is 91.5. That's still not right. That's giving me the wrong answer. Let's take a look further. Okay, so I actually need to put another bracket here. So first I want to do my height divided by 100. Then I want to square that, and then I want to get weight divided by that number. That should work. Let's see. 182, 91.5. My BMI is 27. Great. So let's do a nice output. So let's do F, quotation. Your BMI is curly bracket. So we're going to pass inside the curly bracket the BMI, which is here. And then we'll close that. Let's run that. Oops. Run module. 182, 91.5. My BMI is 27. Great. So we can do some more things with that. We can actually tell the person if what they lie in. So what is it? So BMI. Let's go to BMI calculator. So 180 BMI. Let's go images. Great. So there's underweight. Okay, so we can print a more intelligible statement. We can say, we'll now say if BMI is less than 8.5, then print underweight. else if BMI is, it's the green one, how do I do this? What I'll do is I'll make this, I'll do equals less than or equal to 4. You're underweight, so previously it was less than 18.5, so 18.4 is less than 18.5. So if you're 18.5 or less, you're underweight. And let's move this here. And then we can do else if you're less than or equal to 24.9. We will print normal. And then we can do else if BMI is less than or equal to 29.9. We'll say print overweight. Right. We'll do obese as well. Else if BMI is less than or equal to 34.9, we'll print obese. And then we'll cap it off else. We'll print extreme obesity, obese. So let's see if I have any errors. Let's run that. Oh, I forgot to put a closing quotation here. Let's see. Any more? Okay, great. So what is my height in meters? 182. Hold on. In meters. Should be in centimeters, right? Yes. There's one error I did not notice. What is your height in centimeters? Okay, let's run now. What is my height in centimeters? 183. What is your weight in kilograms? 91.5. Okay, great. So I am overweight. Let's just say I reach my ideal weight of 82. Let's say I'm normal. Let's just say I go back to my starting weight of 111. So obese, and that's right. So there you go. There's a quick calculator to show you how to calculate your BMI. So I hope you enjoyed that. What's next? I guess we need to play around with strings some more. So next topic will be strings in more depth. Great, thanks for that, and I'll catch you guys soon. Bye-bye.